What's up, everyone? My name is James Lynch. This is the CTFC74 post-weigh-in show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are live here at the Wolves Den in Pembroke, Massachusetts for the weigh-ins. They're about to go down. They're just behind me. I'm going to scoot a little bit forward. I see my shadows getting cut off a little bit. There we go. That's good. You see you got an empty seat next to me here. You see the air hockey table. That's going to be blocked because we're going to have some fighters come by after they weigh in to talk to me after everything's going down. Literally just behind me here. If I flip the camera over, you guys would see a lineup of fighters right now coming through and talking. Of course, CTFC74 going down tomorrow night at the Plymouth Memorial Hall, and that's going to be the 5 title fights. We're live right now, Mr. Pulver. Yeah, so we're good to go. 5 title fights tomorrow night, 3 amateur, 2 professional title fights as well. Really looking forward to those. So in the main event, we've got the flyweight title. Isaiah Torres going to be taking on late replacement Casey Norton in this one. Looking forward to that. The asset. You're right. Got to click it right there. Perfect. There we go. Boss man behind me, Michael Pulver. If you guys have any questions, by the way, just post them in the chat. Happy to answer them. We're going to be going live for about an hour and a bit, maybe more, depending on who we get fighters-wise. But isn't this a cool venue? We've got literally the fighters are like lining up right now on a pickleball. I believe it's pickleball or some sort of table tennis, type surface behind me here. You got the air hockey. I got a Pac-Man machine beside me. So this is the place to go if you're in the area as far as like games and everything else. But great spot here ahead of CTFC74. So like I was saying before I hopped on here, we got 5 title fights. We've got obviously the Cage Titans flyweight title in the main event. Grudge match in the co-main event, former UFC bantamweight Jay Perrin going to be taking on Joe the Party Penafiel. If you looked on the Cage Titans Instagram account yesterday and the press conference, these two got pretty heated. Joe the Party saying a lot of things to Jay Perrin. They were going back and forth. We'll see what both fighters have to say here today, as I hope to get an opportunity to speak with both of them. That'll be very interesting as well. Hey, there's Joe. What's up, Joe? How you doing? Good to have Joe the Party here. Joe will be seeing you here shortly as all the fighters are about to weigh in behind me. So really excited for that. And then the other title fight we got, really fun one here, the OG title. I love Cage Titans, how they do this. So when they have a couple veterans in the promotion, they like putting on what's called the OG title. It's, 2 sort of mainstays in the promotion. You got Johnny Cupcakes Campbell going to be fighting Kenny Champion for that title. So really looking forward to that fight. That fight's going to be on there. And then I mentioned the amateur fights. We're going to have the welterweight fight coming up. Jalen Curley taking on Emilio Marquez, Emilio Marquez and Jalen Curley for the amateur welterweight strap going to be going down. The other fight we got coming down is the bantamweight one. We've got Thurman Hargrove taking on Ash Rao. Looking forward to that one. Josiah Fry going to be back in action too. Going to be fighting for the flyweight title against Calvin Dalton, who's undefeated. So we saw Calvin on the last Cage Titans card. Really excited to see him get this opportunity here for Cage Titans. So like I mentioned, 5 title fights. A couple notable names, a lot of notable names if you're from the Cage Titans area is there too. So we got Joe saying see you soon. Looking forward to it. We're definitely getting an interview here with the party as he's about to weigh in here as well. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye out for who we get. But keep me company, guys. If you guys are in the chat, we can talk Cage Titans. We can talk whatever you guys want. I'm going to be here for the next little bit on Live with Lynch for Cage Titans. And remember, guys, if you want to watch this card tomorrow night, Spectation Sports is your home to go check it out. All the fighters have codes that they can use to get a discount to sign up to watch the card. So just go to your favorite fighter's Instagram account, whether it's Isaiah Torres, Casey Norton, Joe Penafiel, Jay Perrin, you name it. They have their own code, and you'll get a discount that you can use to watch the Cage Titans 74 card going down. And the great thing about Cage Titans is, it's like a family here. It's a really fun atmosphere. You just have to, it's one of those things you just have to see. But if you get to watch it on Spectation Sports, production is top notch. Take it from someone who, like myself, who's been, I don't know how many UFC events as a member of the media, getting to come to do Cage Titans is a lot of fun, and I recommend it for everyone. So go check that out. So we got Charlie in the chat. What's up, Charlie? How you doing? The OGs, we're looking forward to that one. Like I said, Johnny Cupcakes Campbell and Kenny Champion here. It's fun for me. Kenny Champion I've interviewed a bunch of times. Never met him in person, so excited to meet him in the flesh here. And again, I'm just keeping an eye on the weigh-ins right now. We got a number of fighters weighing in and all that, signing posters, they got these cool trading cards. I don't know if you guys seen the whole theme that they've been doing for this event, but it's all like comic book style, which I love. I love that stuff. One of my favorite UFC posters that they made back in the day was the Johnny Hendricks and Robbie Lawler poster where they were like cartoon characters. They've kind of got a similar vibe going on this week with Cage Titans. I'm actually going to talk to the promoter. I want to see if I can get like a t-shirt or a poster or something. It's really cool what they've done. Shout out to the graphics team and the production team for Cage Titans for putting that all together. Really cool stuff here. So again, just waiting right now to see who we're going to talk to. I see Casey Norton behind me right now. I'm going to shake his hand. We'll get to talk here in a little bit. What's up, Casey? Good to talk to you. So we're just hanging out here, hanging out in the live chat right now, and we're going to be talking to some of the fighters here. I can't lean back because I'm going to get my head cut off with the lighting here. But really cool venue. Like, this is a place I'd come to, like, if I wasn't doing this, you know? I love me some arcade games, some skeet ball. You know, they think they got a couple basketball hoops and, yeah, a bunch of everything. They got virtual golf here. So this is really the place to be right now. Do you want to come hop by? Yeah. Come over here. Yeah, we're going to get Casey Norton here, guys. I got a chance to speak to Casey about a week ago. Actually, it was earlier this week, I think. We got to chat. He's stepping up and replacing Andrew Baldina for the flyweight title. And Casey going to be joining us here right now, and then we'll kind of get the circle going here. There we go. What's up, Casey?
What's up?
How'd the weigh-in go?
You're
a professional, you always make weight, but got to ask anyways, how did everything go?
Yeah, it was it's probably one of the best cuts I've ever had, so I was really excited for it, and it's good.
What do you think of this venue? It's kind of, have you been to like a sports bar before for a weigh-in? I think it's a little bit different, right?
It is different. I like it. I've been to some pretty dirty, low-town places for weigh-ins like Buffalo Wild Wings and shit, so this is way better.
Wow, quite the endorsement and upgrade from Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah,
so there we go. Got to take that in there as well. So how did the rest of camp go? I know we kind of talked, not that long ago, but it seemed like camp went well for you. Decent amount of notice, right? I did mention on the stream here you are replacing Andrew Baldina. So how did everything go?
Yeah, it was great. I was already in shape and ready to go because I was asking for this fight anyways. And then it just, the universe all aligned in that moment, and Baldina dropped out, and I came in and I was already ready to go. So, and no injuries, which is absolutely fantastic because it's usually not a camp without an injury, but this time it's been good.
And we talked about the layoff going in there. I mean, you're just chomping at the bit to get back in there, especially an opportunity like this. And it was kind of funny about this fight. I just got to mention this. Like, both you and obviously Isaiah as well are kind of upset with Baldina because, Baldina was supposed to get this fight. You felt like it was yours. Torres is mad because he thought he was fighting Baldina. Now he's fighting you, even though he did compliment you and say this is going to be a better fight. So I guess just, the opportunity at hand tomorrow night, like, how big of a win would this be for your career?
This would be a huge win for my career, and at the same time, I'm trying not to put too much emphasis on it. I mean, it's just a fight at the end of the day, and I've still got many years left in this sport. Win, lose, or draw, I'm still going to be looking to progress forward and make myself a better martial artist, and that's what's going to get me to the top no matter what.
Have you seen Isaiah yet? He's around here somewhere.
Oh, yeah, we cut weight last night together.
Oh, you did?
Sauna, yeah, we were in the sauna together.
Have you done that before with an opponent?
No, first time ever. He's a cool dude. I like him. Hopefully after we're still chill and maybe we could train together in the future. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that's another bonus to kind of having these fights and everything else too. So again, weight cut went well, everything went well. What about the layoff itself? Like, we often hear about cage rust. I think Dominic Cruz kind of threw that out the window a number of years ago, being like, hey, cage rust is nothing. But what do you think of that? Because it has been a bit for you.
No, I've been really active in the gym, and we've had a lot of other fighters taking fights, and I'm always in the scene, cornering fights and getting people ready for them. So I feel like I'll be pretty good.
What can fans expect tomorrow night? Like, I followed your career a bit, but for people who haven't watched you, what type of style? Like, I hate to do this, but like, if you can compare yourself to another fighter, like do you have like a blend of other fighters together when talking about your style?
Yeah, I love. My favorite fighters are Dominic Cruz, TJ Dillashaw, GSP. People that are very technical. I love that.
Yeah, look at this guy trying to win me over. I'm Canadian, so of course he had to say GSP, but no, GSP is a great answer. Yeah. You can't really go wrong with that as well. If you actually took that lineup and you were in like a backyard alley or something like that, you'd be okay.
That's a good lineup.
I was going to say, they'd probably have your back.
They're down to fucking brawl. I wouldn't want Justin Gaethje if I was doing a backyard thing. That dude, I know that dude is taking some damage.
It's going to be tough. And again, not looking past Saturday, but next year is the plan to just kind of keep active. And I guess if all goes well, then if you win the title, then people are going to be having to come to you, which I know is a nice feeling of being a champion.
Yeah, it is cool. I would actually like to travel more too, because I've never been out of New England before. Yeah. So it'd be really fun to go see some more places and see different promotions, different commissions, stuff like that. But yeah, I'd love to keep active this next year. It's all about damage taken in the fight and injuries in camp, of course. But yeah,
we're looking forward to it. One half of the main event tomorrow night, Cage Titans 74 flyweight title. You don't want to miss it. Casey, thanks so much for doing this, man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
There you go. That is Casey Norton. joining me here on the post show. I'll let him go drink the rest of his electrolyte drink. You got to get those electrolytes back in after you cut weight. So great stuff there from Casey, and shout out to him for stepping up and taking this fight. Really good matchup tomorrow night in the flyweight division. And you look at the flyweight division in the UFC right now, going through a bit of a transition period. We still got the champion Alexander Pantoja, but you're seeing a lot of guys on the come up, including Joshua Van, who's going to be fighting for the title next month. One of the youngest fighters on the UFC roster. So, winner of this fight, we could be seeing them in the UFC pretty soon here. Isaiah Torres and Casey Norton, should mention, both having wins over Joe Poirier, who was the last champion for Cage Titans in the flyweight division. So should be really interesting to see, the winner, where they go sort of there as well. Amigo James, you should have told us your channel. You were doing this to have more viewers. No, it's not on my channel. It's on the Cage Titans channel. I put it out on Twitter, so we're all good there. Stoked for Cage Titans. That's great. Let's see. Eyes on that OG fight. Let's get it. Yeah, completely agree, Charlie. And it's just cool, right? Like, we've been there, two mainstays in Cage Titans. Nice to see them kind of go toe to toe. And I can grab them. Yeah, let's go. Looks like we're gonna get Emilio Marquez here. Really excited to see him. You just come around here and grab it. Of course, we got the great Jeremy Kimball behind us, UFC veteran, one of the best coaches in the game right now. And he is here for both of his fighters, Isaiah Torres and Emilio Marquez. So right now, we're going to be joined by Emilio Marquez. What is up, my friend? How are you? Welcome to Massachusetts.
How are you? Thanks for having me, man. It's great. I love it here, man.
Yeah, it's good. I'm actually not from here, but it is a cool venue. Have you ever, now let me start here. I've been asking all the fighters this. Have you ever had a weigh-in at like a sports bar like this?
Yeah, so back in Colorado, we had the promotions that we go to there, they usually do them there at sports
Okay,
bars.
so this is like familiar territory then,
yeah,
as far as seeing all this and stuff.
Feeling,
so talk a bit about getting on this card. Obviously, your teammate Isaiah Torres in the main event. I was just kind of one of those, situations. Everything kind of lines up, like really good opportunity here.
Yeah. So I'm more than grateful. Isaiah decided to bring me up. He mentioned my name, and we work hard whenever we train together. So it's a light feeling between both of us. The way he fights is kind of what I've learned from. So it's a great feeling to be able to come out to a different state and show out, especially across the country. So
yeah, absolutely. Let's scoot up a little bit here because the it's weird with the lighting here. It kind of makes it a little bit darker. There we go. You talked about so you probably found at the same time when Isaiah did that you got on the card. Like, it looks like you got lots of notice for this fight.
Yes, sir. Yeah. He like I said, he mentioned my name, and
what a good teammate right there, helping everyone out here. And plus, save on corner and all that stuff too, getting teammates up. Do you like fighting on the same card as your teammates? I know for some it's stressful, but others it's like you guys both win it.
There's
a pretty damn good night.
There's no stress. It makes you feel. It just makes you want to fight even more. Like you're warming up back there with your teammate, and you're both feeding off each other's energy. Win or lose, you guys are both in another state, showing out where you're from. Where we're back in Colorado, we train. I'm from New Mexico originally.
Oh, cool.
But like I said, it's close enough. We have the same kind of vibe. So and coming to a different state across the country again is it's awesome.
How did you end up in Colorado? How did that all come together?
So I was in the military.
Oh, cool.
That's I've been there. I was there for 5 years. So
thank you for your service.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
But so started training with these guys about 3 years ago.
Nice.
And
it's all kind of worked out.
It's working out. It's God's plan, man. It's really what it is.
And a good opponent here, man. Jaden Curley. We saw him on the last Cage Titans card. Nice finish, highlight reel. How excited are you first just to have an opponent like this that you know is going to bring it out?
I'm excited. It's definitely going to be one of my tougher opponents, but. Same game. We got our game plan, and we watched their film, so we know what to do against him. And I'm excited. It'll be a tough one, but I'm used to it. The guys I train with are, I'd say, a lot tougher. So
okay, yeah, absolutely. And then as far as camp, who did you get to work with aside from Isaiah? Like any other training partners you want to mention?
So Isaiah, Jeremy over here, our coach, they've been my main training partners. I did go home and cross-train back home in New Mexico a little bit. So I was in Albuquerque at some John Dodson's gym.
Oh, cool. Nice.
I was in El Paso as well, in El Paso, Texas, with some buddies out there. Shout out to them. One of the top 55ers there in New Mexico. I was training pro 55ers. So I got a lot of good work out there with James Pleasant. So the camp really worked out. It was tough. It was a hard camp. Had a lot of adversity to deal with, but I made do and got it. I feel good. We're here, so we're ready to show out.
We talked about the matchup itself. How do you feel like your style kind of jives with Jaden's in this fight?
Both wrestling heavy, but this camp and leading up to this camp, so I took a long break. I haven't fought since March.
That's right. Yeah.
Since then, I've worked a lot on my hands. You know, my last fight, I really wanted to show my hands, but dude wanted to wrestle. So I know I'm proficient there. I know what I can do wrestling. I know he wrestled in college. I grew up wrestling college wrestlers since I was a youngster. You know, I've wrestled since I was 4 as well. So I got that strong background. So does he. I expect him to bring a good fight on the ground, but I don't want to go to the ground. You know, I want to keep it standing. I saw he got his knockout, so I'm expecting him to want to knock me out.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to exchange with him and see where it goes.
We're coming up to the end of the year. Obviously, big opportunity here if you win the title. Like, you know, sort of the natural question: when are you looking to make that jump to pro if all goes well here on Saturday?
So, you know, hopefully when everything does go well.
Yeah.
Next year, probably make that jump. Maybe March.
Nice.
Is what we're looking at. But you know, get through this first. So I'm not looking past Curly at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I want to see what's in front of me and take it out. So
that makes sense.
Let's do this.
And this seems like, I mean, the way you're talking about the training and everything else, like, you know, we have some amateur fighters that are obviously doing this as, you know, maybe more of a hobby, but it seems like the goal is, you know, UFC. That's eventually what you want, right?
Eventually, man. I'm taking what God gives me, and you know, I train hard like this every day with my guys, and even when I'm not with them, you know, I keep it upon myself to train hard because I do have a dream to make it to a bigger stage. It's been something I've always wanted to do, and lately been realizing that it's like what I've meant to do. You know, it's what I'm on this planet for. So hopefully, if that all goes well, you know, I'm taking what God gives me, and I'm excited to see what my future holds. So
I can't wait for this fight tomorrow night, Emilio. Thank you so much for the time, man. Enjoy the rest of your stay here in Massachusetts, I should say. So that's great. Take care.
Thanks, man.
All right, there you go. Emilio Marquez going to be fighting Jaden Curley for the welterweight amateur title here. So this is the cool thing for me is that, you know, and this has happened over the last, I don't know how many years I've been doing this sport. It's like you get to talk to these guys at the grass level and you see them move up. And maybe we're going to get Isaiah Torrance next. We'll see if he's got some time. I know he's just cut weight here, but always gracious with his time here. One of my favorites to watch. One of the guys you need to be watching on this card here. Great title fight in the main event. We just talked to his teammate, Emilio. And now for the second time in the last, 2 weeks, I'll be talking here to Isaiah Torres. So if you just want to scoot a chair here. And I find the best thing to do is scoot up a little bit so we get more light because, you know, we got to get everything. Now, tell me about this shirt. Is that you and your father?
Yeah, it's me and my grandpa. He was in a hospital, so he missed one of my fights, so we all got made a shirt like while he was gone. So.
Good.
Yeah.
So he's always on your mind then.
Yeah, he's right here.
Oh, is he? Oh, yeah.
He's healthy now, so he's able to go.
Yeah, we're just talking about the T-shirt. Oh, yeah. I was in the hospital. Yeah. So that's good. No, always on your mind. That's great. So you're here. I heard you and Casey got to cut weight together. What was that like?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
I've done it before. LFA and Vail. There's like 13 people in there, so I've cut weight with my opponent. It's not really a big deal. We're both sucks at the same time. So we're like, let's time go by fast. So I think it's a good thing, honestly. Because you see them suffer, and you're like, all right, I'm not the only one dying right now.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting too. So I mentioned this to Casey in our interview. He's not a fan of Aldina right now either because he felt like he should have got this title shot to begin with. So at least you guys have that in common, right?
Yeah, I think everybody should hate Aldina.
There we go. Lots of war words. So yeah, you got in. Obviously, when did you get in? Yeah, you must have got in. Wednesday? I'm guessing. When did you get
we got in Wednesday night. We got to the hotel about midnight.
Okay, gotcha. And then straight to the presser, cutting weight. So yeah, it's a bit busy. I actually came from Denver yesterday myself because my flight got rerouted. Beautiful city. Love Denver out there. But we already talked obviously about camp and everything else. Looks like the weight cut went well. I mean, you're a pretty big guy for the weight class, man. You must have it down to a science.
Yeah, today I think we woke up. I was like 127.2, so only needed about a couple pounds and was able to get it. Ended up making it 125 flat, so it wasn't too bad. I've had a lot worse. The older I get, the more strict I am on my diet and like everything leading up to it. But that's just going through how many fights that I've had. You find what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, and we talked before the fight. I know you feel like hopefully this fight stays standing. We get a crap losing the fair, but prediction for tomorrow night. How's this one going down?
He is good as an MMA fighter all around. He's got pretty good striking. I don't think he has as much power as I do. So I think that's what will make him shoot is that mine are going to have a lot more pop when I do strike with him. But I am ready, man. We train MMA all the time. We like to say that, yeah, try to get in everybody's head, say no, they're not going to strike with us, but that's what our ultimate goal is. Though we are an MMA gym, and us with 5 rounds, I think it's hard for anybody to keep up with us.
How is it going into this fight, and the approach is a bit different in the sense of, like, I know going into the Poirier fight, you know, felt like you were being overlooked and disrespected. I don't think that's the case with this fight. In fact, you guys are cutting weight together. So how different is this experience compared to the last time?
Last one, I was just like trying to prove everybody wrong. Like I didn't know nobody out here. Mm-hmm. Joe was the guy who's fought I don't know how many times for Cage Titan. So obviously they're gonna want to push him. He's been here, and for him to, like, you could tell he's like really never watched any of my stuff, because then he starts saying stuff. I'm like, all right, you say that it's gonna be a striking and affair. Everybody said that. Yeah. You're not gonna. Same thing in 20 seconds in he's shooting. With Casey is for him, I think he thinks of it more as a sport. It's not a fight for him. I think it's more of a sport for him.
Okay.
But in that mindset, how much is he willing in the 4th and 5th round to be able to
dig deep? Exactly, like we saw in your last fight, right?
Yeah.
Perseverance and get it done. So that in itself is going to make this exciting. Okay, before we go, I got to mention your teammate. I just spoke to him right now. Yeah. How bright is the future for your teammate here? A big opportunity here for the welterweight strap and the amateur ranks, but serious business. He was telling me some of the cross training he was doing. This is a guy who looks like he's ready to go pro next year.
Yeah, Emilio's guy. When I first had sparred with him, he was pretty much just a wrestler, didn't have no striking. What me and Jeremy kind of picked off on him is that he wants to fight.
Yeah, you can tell.
Even though he was a straight wrestler, he was no, I'll give you this round. I'll give you this round. Give you this round. Right. All right. So gaining our respect, we're like, all right, let's take you under our wing. And just his striking and this 2 years that we've been together, 2.5, has grown so crazy. And like I said, for him, he has that fighting mentality. It's a sports mentality. He has that fight mentality. And so me and Jeremy were easily letting him in our main group of guys.
Cool.
Because he has that.
It's like a rite of passage. Yeah.
You gotta dig deep. You gotta get beat up in the gym a lot. And he's earned that, and just his growth every fight. He doesn't care. He's normally a 55er. He said, I was like, no, all they're offering is a 70er. All right, cool. I don't care. Let's go then. I was like, all right, cool.
That's a fighter mentality, right? Yeah. You know, some fighters might be like, no, I got to fight in my weight. So it's good for him and stepping up and representing Colorado this Saturday. Emilio Marquez and our guy right here, Isaiah Torres. Thanks again for the time, man. Really appreciate it. And looking forward to tomorrow night.
Right on. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. There you go. Isaiah Torres, one half of the main event tomorrow night. We talked to both main event guys. If you missed it earlier, we talked to Casey Norton. Isaiah's here as well. Like I said, representing Colorado here in the cage on Saturday. We're going to wait to see who we get next. We still got some fighters weighing in. If not, I'll just ramble along. I can do that. So that's totally fine with me. If you guys have any questions, post them in the chat. Always happy to talk to you guys, get your questions answered, all that stuff as we're sort of waiting around to see what's going on. Again, what a cool venue this is here at the Wolf's Den. In Pembroke, I should say, Massachusetts, a little bit, about, I don't know, maybe like 15, 20 minutes away from the Plymouth Memorial Hall where the fights will be tomorrow night. You missed it, guys. If you're living under a rock, 5 title fights tomorrow night. Main event, flyweight title, Isaiah Torres, Casey Norton. It's supposed to be Andrew Valdina. He gets an injury, so in steps in Casey Norton. We've got the OG title on the line, Johnny Campbell against Kenny Champion. That's kind of like Cage Titans' answer to almost like a BMF belt, but, giving respect to the veterans. So Johnny Campbell, Kenny Champion. On the older side, but 2 guys that certainly bring in and are household names here in Cage Titans. We've got the amateur fights. We talked about one of them there, Emilio Marquez and Jaden Curley. Jaden Curley, if you remember on the last Cage Titans card, highlight reel finish. Very impressive. It might have been 2 cards ago, actually, now that I think about it. But, Jaden Curley always brings it, so we're looking forward to that one. I don't know if I mentioned this already. Thurman Hargrove going to be taking on Ash Rowe in the bantamweight division for the amateurs as well. That's a title fight you want to keep your eyes on. And these are all on the main card, by the way. Calvin Dalton, undefeated flyweight, going to be taking on Josiah Fry out of Team Rockstar. Josiah undefeated, 3-0 in his career, so we're really looking forward to that fight as well. So, again, lots of action here tomorrow night. I know we got UFC 322, but this card is a glimpse of the future of MMA. You definitely want to be tuning into this one. And like I mentioned in the main event, winner of this fight, they are going to be set up very well, for next year, right? Contender Series is coming up. Lots going on there. And if not, again, Andrew Valdina's out there, who I do see is in the chat. What's up, Andrew? How's it going? Hopefully Andrew's recovering well. Andrew could be fighting the winner here. We'll see what's sort of next for the flyweight title Andrew Valdina going for that double champ status. He's already the bantamweight champion at Cage Titans as well. So yeah, happy to be back. By the way, I love doing this. I posted this on Twitter. I'll say it here again. This is my favorite thing to do. I interview UFC fighters, UFC champions. I go to UFC events. This is my favorite thing to do. Being on the grassroots level, getting to come to Cage Titans, it's just a way more fun experience. You know, some other promotions a little bit more buttoned up, right? Even though I'm wearing a suit here, got to look a little professional. I do enjoy this a lot more. I love being on the front lines there as well. And we got some action here right now. Joe the Party right now is yelling at Jay Perrin and Joe Penafiel behind us here, going back and forth. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what we're getting. I wish I had some audio on the outside there. They are chirping at each other. It looks like Joe Penafiel going with the purple hair here. So I think we should be getting Joe here. Maybe we'll get Jay Perrin as well. We'll see what's going on, guys. We're just kind of waiting around to see who we get next. Bit of a different setup. Last time we've done these, usually Cage Titans kind of, gives me their fighters, and we kind of go from there. But I'm going to try and scout some guys out here on the side there as well. So Gage loves the party. There we go. Team Cupcakes. Yes. I believe you're his wife. That's awesome. Yeah, we love Johnny Campbell here at Cage Titans, the Chuck Norris lookalikes. There we go. Speaking of which, let's grab him right now. That's so funny. Your wife just commented on the chat right now.
No way.
Yeah, so we're all good. Look at this, climbing over the table, making all the stops here. Look at those shorts, man. Those are really cool. Hey, you know what? I don't know if you can stand up here. You should almost show off the shorts a little bit. These are like a jungle style. Look at these things. Look at that print right there. That looks awesome. There you go. Cupcakes, bringing it. Hey, man, this is a fun fight. I was just saying in the chat to the guys here, the OG title, what a great idea for Cage Titans, like paying homage to fighters that have, been sort of mainstays and, just like you said, the OGs there. Just tell me how this fight all came together with you fighting Kenny.
I'm an OG. I fought at Cage Titans.
Oh, I think we're good. Yeah. Yeah, there was a little time up.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. We're good.
I fought in Cage Titans 1.
Yeah, I know, which is crazy. Yeah.
Kenny captured the OG title against Greg Jones.
That's right. Yeah.
Then he fought Jay Perrin.
Yeah.
And I thought, I kind of like that fight. I mentioned it to Mike. He put it together for the OG title. It fell apart. I fought Hardy.
Yeah.
And now we're back on with Kenny Champion.
Yeah, and honestly, it's so good seeing you back here because that last fight with the party, it sucked, man. I know it's one of those things. There's an injury. It's going to count as a TKO win or whatever they called it for the party. But, that was one of the most hyped fights on the card. And for it to end that way, I think for a lot of fans, it was a little bit sour. So redemption fight for this one starts, even if it's redemption, but you know what I mean? Just nice that you got to end the year this way because I think for even the fans, too, we wanted to see you back in there.
Yeah, absolutely. It just didn't feel like I got to fight.
Yeah, exactly.
The last time, so
it was a shoulder, right? Your shoulder popped out.
Yeah. When he took me down, great.
We saw it right away.
Job taking me down, but I posted out too far. I've been working on my break falls.
Okay, so, that's good. Yeah, give me a stunt actor if this doesn't work out.
If we happen to go to the ground, I will be keeping my arms in. So that's not good, but I'm excited to get back in and do what I love. I absolutely love fighting. Challenging myself against somebody like Kenny Champion is just an absolute blessing. So we're going to be able to do that tomorrow and to be able to put on a bit of a show for the fans, which is probably what I like to do second most, I guess, fighting first and then entertaining second. So we're going to do a lot of both tomorrow.
Tell me a bit about camp and who you got to work with ahead of this one.
So I was down at Daniel Gracie.
Oh, nice.
Falmouth for a lot of this camp, doing a ton of grappling. They got a bunch of guys down there. This gentleman, Fabian, who is the head coach down there. I think he's 24-year-old from Brazil. Incredible black belt at jiu-jitsu. I'm a black belt, and he makes me feel like I don't even know jiu-jitsu. And he's been able to simplify my game, believe it or not. You think you'd go to a high-level jiu-jitsu guy and they'd want to complicate your game, but really, his approach and everything is very simple. And with my experience, I'm able to take a lot of what he has and utilize it. So I'm very lucky to have Fabian. And then Justin, what's his last name?
Don't worry, but it's fine. It's not roll call. It's not roll call. But yeah. A lot of good guys that you're training with.
he's from New York. I asked him to do some rounds with me. Turns out he's like a high school state champ wrestler from New York, and then trained at a no-gi school for a long time in New York, where they have teams like John Danaher's and Death Squad and stuff. So excellent wrestler to be working with. Trying to take him down for 25 minutes. It's going to be easy as hell to get Kenny Champion's skinny little legs down tomorrow compared to Justin. So, and then my friend pupil Jim Carnes Jr. He'll be fighting tomorrow night.
Oh, cool.
And we've been sparring together every Saturday. So he's having his second amateur fight tomorrow, and we've been doing a lot of training together for that.
Good. So a lot of variety of training, which is great. Kenny, we saw the fight with Jay Perrin, which he did lose, but Jay wasn't able to finish him. So what are you expecting on Saturday? Pretty durable guy that you're going to be in there with.
Yeah, I think that I finish. I think that I more than likely get a submission or TKO. I think I could hit him and hurt him on the feet, and then I can chop up his legs and cause a TKO that way.
Yeah.
But I think statistically speaking, we're going to get on top of him. We're going to punch him an elbow in the face.
Yeah.
He's not going to want to be there. I felt like Jay did a great job of being Jay and winning the fight. But my main criticism of Jay always has been I really don't think he even looks for the finish.
Right. Okay.
You see him after every round. He wins a round dominantly most of the time, and he gets up and he checks it off the board. He's like, oh, 1 down. And then after round 2, he's like, oh, that's 2.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, dude, that's amazing. And I'm a huge fan. I respect him a lot, and he did it to me.
Yeah.
But, dude, let's fucking finish. That's what people remember, I feel like, is guys that go in there and finish the fight.
Right.
So we're going to be going in and looking to end it the whole time. And I think head and arm choker, naked choke, arm bar, kimura, paintbrush, knee bar, footlock, or just good old-fashioned break his fucking nose and bust him up. Aaron Lacey, I elbowed him, cut him. The doctor had to stop it. He reminds me a lot of Lacey.
Okay. And not looking past Saturday, but 2026, what does the future hold? I saw you got married. You got a lot of things going on outside the cage, too.
We have 22 wins currently, 23 after tomorrow. I want 25
for
my legacy, if you will.
Yeah.
I'd love to capture a belt in there.
Yeah.
So I'll leave it up to a mystery, 45 or 35. But I'm going to be I'm going to win this fight in a fashion that will warrant a title shot of some sort. I'm coming off of a few or several losses in a row. I think that if I do it right on Saturday, that will give me, especially with my history, that will give me an opportunity to call out one of those champions, and I'll be looking to make a call out tomorrow night. 135, 145. We win that. We defend it once. We win 25 fights, and then I'm a commentator from there on out.
There we go. He's got everything planned out. Makes my job so much easier. Cupcakes, appreciate it, buddy.
Thanks
We're looking forward to it tomorrow. Cage Titan 74, the OG title. You don't want to miss that one. Him and Kenny Champion going down. So, yeah, Johnny Cupcakes Campbell, one of the OGs, fighting for the OG title tomorrow night for Cage Titan 74. Keep the questions coming, everyone. Always appreciate you guys tuning in here. Working down the street from there. I wish you could head over. Just tell your boss you got to go to the bathroom and just don't come back. There we go. Or you can come back. Just stay here for a little bit. You got all the fighters here. Fighters weighing in, doing their photos, signing the posters. So we're just waiting to see who we get next year on the Cage Titan 74 show. Second round TKO, I'm calling it right now, Johnny Cupcake. I will let him know that when I see him. Should have read this while he was there. Much respect to Cupcake, OG of the OGs. Totally agree, Charlie. New England MMA News. There we go. Let's go Cupcakes. Big support here for Johnny Cupcakes Campbell. And there'll be some, support for Kenny Champion as well. Some of the people enjoy watching fight. He's excellent. Always enjoy that. So, it's all good. Yeah. Whoever you get next, we'll just sort of go from there. I've talked to most of them. Main event, Kenny Champion, if you see him, would be great. I'm just telling Cage Titans who we can grab here. If not, whoever else. So, this venue is so cool, by the way. We got the belts lined up. We should get the fighters to play like Pac-Man or something against each other. That would be cool. We need a Street Fighter arcade in here. That was the one thing that was missing. But maybe next time we can get that set up. I actually like this venue better than the Plymouth as far as for the weigh-ins. It's a lot more like cool and interactive. We got music in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear that. So Kenny is a dog too. Shout out to both. I totally agree. Yeah, I mean, this is a fans card. If you're a fan of Cage Titans, this is the card to watch. It's got everyone. It's got a little bit of everything too. Like I said, 5 title fights. Look who it is here. So happy to talk to you for the first time in person, showing that I am a real person.
Let's go.
Let's do the handshake. I'll give you the microphone there. Kenny Champion. What's up, man? Good to see you.
I'm here. I feel awesome, man. How's it going with you, man?
It's going great. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be talking to you. I love this fight.
Meet you in person.
I know exactly. I'm not just
Yeah.
a Zoom guy, you know.
Right,
so
right,
there you
right.
go. It's all good.
Right.
But hey, first let's talk about this fight getting put together. Just how excited were you? Because it's 2 fan favorites here going for the OG title.
I'm extremely excited for. It was supposed to happen a little while back, and I had a few situations, so I had to push it back. And Johnny was cool about that, and we bringing it back for today. And I'm just excited and ready to go again, ready to show how great I can be out there. You know what I'm saying? So ready to go out there and go put it on the show.
Well, and nice to end the year this way, because I know obviously at the last fight with Jay Perrin, tough opponent, right? Former UFC fighter, to go out there and get that redemption. Just how satisfying is that to end the year off, with an opportunity to come off a win?
It would be really satisfying. That fight with Jay Perrin pushed me to another level. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it set another fire in me. And obviously we wanted to come out with the win, but Jay Perrin has a very high IQ. He's a sharp fighter out there, and it was a privilege to go out there and compete with a guy and the likes of him. And again, and as well as Johnny Cupcake, I'm ready to go out there and go compete against the likes and the level of him, and going out there to go impose my will, and be the best version of myself out there tomorrow night.
Yeah, absolutely. I just got to grab someone right now because our extension cord is literally holding up a thing of life.
One second.
Why don't you tell the people what's up? Yeah, a little bit. So I think we're all right here. If I can just get my guy here. This is 1 second here. You just keep talking. Tell the fans how you match up against Cupcakes in this one. I'll take care of the rest.
So,
hey, Joe.
I feel this matchup is going to be a real good matchup against me and Johnny Cupcake Campbell, and I know what to expect. We know we coming with, and I'm going out there to go in and impose my will. There's very few of my kind out there. And I'm going to go show the best of me tomorrow night.
Take me through camp. Who'd you get to work with? Who helped you get ready for this one?
So all my teammates at Underdog MMA in Hartford, Connecticut. Those are always my everyday training partners throughout my camp, and I don't really call it a camp because I'm continuously in the gym. It's a lifestyle. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's just me pushing it to an extra level once I get a call for the fight. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I'm always in the gym around the clock. It's a lifestyle. I'm helping people. I'm training, and I'm learning. So that's all this is about.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. And you heard a key thing here. He said here, this is the OG title. He's one of the older veterans in here, still learning. Right? I mean, that's a good life lesson for anyone out there.
You're never too old to learn.
Exactly. Even me, I'm learning stuff. I'm learning how to set up my camera here a little bit better so the extension cord. But we're good now. We fixed it. Right. But yeah, again, learning every day, which is a great message. Prediction for tomorrow night. How's this one going down?
Second round.
There we go.
Second round. I don't want to go past the first round. I mean, past the second round. I plan on getting them out there in the second round. Either by choke, by knockout or submission. Either one.
What about 2026? Not looking past Saturday, obviously, but what's in the cards for next year? Just keep active, come back to Cage Titans. What's the plan?
We just plan on staying active. Again, like I said, my gym is my lifestyle. Yeah. And whenever I get the call, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Right now, this has been a busy year for me. It's been the busiest year I had of my career. This is going to be the third fight this year, starting off with Aaron Hughes at the end of last year. But just another day in the park, man. We ready to go. Go out there and go put it on the show, man, for all the fans. Yeah.
And I'm going to end on this. I'm Canadian, came here from Canada to come and hang out here, which is great. I love doing this at Cage Titans. But I got to ask, we're big hockey fans out there. Yeah. You're from Hartford. Did you ever watch the Whalers back in the day? I loved the Whalers jersey and the whole look. It was awesome.
I did go to a Whalers game. I was in.
Oh no way! I'm so jealous.
Yes, I was actually in a program, and one of the school teachers brought us on a field trip to go watch the Hartford Whalers game. Nice. And guess what they did at the game?
What?
They fought.
Oh really? Nice. There you go. Probably inspired his fighting career.
Maybe.
There you go.
So yeah. I love it, and I'm a big fan of Hartford Whalers squad, and I represent Hartford to the Phillies.
That's good. I think they have the Wolf Pack now, right? Isn't that
Yeah,
the
they
team?
have the Wolf Pack.
Which is crazy because we're at the Wolf's Den right now. So
Exactly.
it all ties together. Kenny, looking forward to this one tomorrow night. Kenny champion, Johnny Cupcase Campbell. You don't want to miss it. OG title on the line. Kenny,
That's
appreciate
right.
the time.
You don't want to miss it.
There we go. All right, buddy. Thank you so much. Again, we'll get our next fighter here,
All right,
but Kenny
go.
Champion, go check him out tomorrow night live on Spectation Sports, or even better, why don't you come down here to the Plymouth Memorial Hall and you can watch it live for yourself. Again, nothing better than seeing some live MMA here. So really happy about that. And maybe I can grab another guest here. We'll see. They're doing the fighters meeting right now. We'll see who we can get. And just kind of keep an eye out. Yeah, so we're just waiting right now to see who we can get. And I'll just keep rambling on here. Let's go, Kenny. I love it. This is so awesome. We're getting support on both sides here. And it just goes to show you, that's why this OG title was made. Look at the fan support for both fighters here. It's just amazing. So you're in for a treat tomorrow night. Like I said, this is a Cage Titans card. So it's going to be great. We'll just sort of wait and see who we're going to get next. No rush at all. I can ramble. It's all good. Lots to talk about on this card. I still can't get over the designs of these posters and stuff. They look great. So, yeah, we're just waiting to see who we get next. Keep the questions coming, though, everyone. I appreciate it. You can see the air hockey in the back. I'm a good air hockey player. Again, from Canada, we know our hockey really well. Air hockey, it extends to that as well. I would put my air hockey skills up against anyone here. In fact, any fighters want any of the smoke, you know where to find me. If the air hockey machine works. Sometimes they don't work. You need that air to get it going. So, yeah, just looking out in the background now. Yeah, fighters lining up, waiting. So got a little bit of a break here, guys. So keep the questions coming. Appreciate it. Yeah, these posters, man, they are cool looking. I really enjoy the whole look of this. That's one small thing that I think goes such a long way is the design of the posters and the gear and all that stuff. That's something that I just think that it really makes such a big difference. And it just for branding and everything else, it's just such a huge thing to me. I don't know, it's something I notice, So we're just kind of waiting along to see what's going on. Maybe we're going to get Jay Perrin here. I don't know. We'll see. So we'll see. Looks like we got Jay Perrin. He's coming over right now. Is he coming? Oh, looks like we are getting him. There we go. That's good. We got our guy Nick in the back. What's up, Jay? Jay Perrin, one half of the grudge match here this weekend. How'd the weight go? Obviously, 145, a lot better than 130.
Yeah, it's a super smooth cut. You know what I mean? Nothing to worry about at all. I woke up with 2 pounds to go. And
yeah, you look great.
I'm
It's
fine.
That's awesome. What about this venue, man? I love this sports bar. It cut something a bit different,
Yeah, I do. I like. It reminds me of basketball as a kid.
Yeah.
The big basketball court. But when I first started on the scene, this is where these events were held.
Right.
Places like this. So open. A lot of room, and there's a bar. So it's a lot cooler in here than I thought it would be. To be honest.
Yeah, it's great. Just missing a Street Fighter machine. You need one of those.
Yeah.
Wolf 10. Got to get on that. Yeah, you need to get that on. So yeah, let's talk quickly about the presser yesterday. A bit of kind of a blindside there. I knew it was going to be a bit heated, but just your sort of take on what went down. If you haven't seen it, you can watch it on the Cage Titans Instagram. But yeah, little tussle.
Just somebody that doesn't know how to be a professional after being told not to do stuff,
Yeah.
does stuff, and whatever. That's his his prerogative. He does this thing where he has to hype himself up a couple days before the fight and hate somebody. That's why you see him walk around and he's saying a bunch of shit super loud, and he comes over, he tries to shove me while I'm not looking, and
Yeah.
it's because that's his thing. He tries to intimidate people before you get into the cage. And that way they'll hesitate. Clearly that hasn't worked for him in his last few fights, but that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, and I thought you handled it well. And listen, we want to promote a fight for sure, but we don't want to see any of that stuff. Someone could have got hurt yesterday, could have jeopardized the fight. That's something where, again, nothing wrong with promotion, but a lot of people are kind of looking at that situation going, hey, man, you're almost jeopardizing a really good fight here. So that kind of sucks.
Exactly.
By the way, Jason in the chat asking where we are. It's at the Wolf's Den here in, is it Pembroke is how you say it?
Pembroke.
Pembroke. It is Pembroke.
Pembroke
Okay.
it's like one of those Massachusetts names, like Worcester and Worcester.
It's like tomato.
Exactly.
Yeah,
same
exactly.
idea. Yeah,
We talked. Sound like camp went really well. Here's a question I didn't really get to ask you, and I mean, I'm sure this comes with your experience having fought at the highest level. But when you have a fight like this where it is personal, how do you keep the emotions in check and just focus on the task at hand?
I don't think emotionally. I think technically, because the emotions cloud my judgment. It makes me unable to make real-time decisions that are correct. And so I've done a really good job over the years of trying to remove my ego from the fight itself. So the build-up can be fine. I can spray whatever at everybody, whatever. But when it comes down to the fight, it's pure technique. It's pure. This is our job now. We're doing a job. So while I don't like this person, I still have a job to do, and so I will act in a professional manner in the cage as well. So it's not just going to be a street brawl. I'm going to technically be much more technically proficient than him. And so when it comes down to emotions or technique, I go technique every time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, we talked before the fight about, we talked, I should say, a week or so ago, and I said, any worries about him showing up? He's obviously here. The fight's going to happen. He's weighed in. My second question now with what happened yesterday, any worries about something illegal happening in the cage tomorrow?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. He's already said it. He's like, I'm willing to do whatever to win.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does some underhanded stuff. But, the more that he does things like that, the more that I know that he doesn't believe in himself very much. So,
right.
I do expect him, hold my gloves, maybe pull on my shorts, whatever. You know what I mean? But I've prepared for stuff like that. So, he's an underhanded person. He's not a good man in any regard. So I don't think that, being a good man will reflect in the cage. So I feel like, especially against me, he starts to lose pretty bad. You know what I mean? You saw it with Randy Costa. Randy started to run away with that fight. And what did he do? He shot a takedown in a Muay Thai.
Right.
So,
yeah, that's right.
When he gets cornered, he does shit that's illegal. So I just have to be on my P's and Q's. The thing is, dude, if I am on my P's and Q's, there's no way or in any way, shape, and form this person beats me. If I'm lazy and I do something stupid, then he can get into the fight. So again, if I'm on point the way that I know that I can be, I just don't. It's 50-45 all the way through. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And as a fellow parent, I got to ask, yesterday with everything, how it went down, how much on your mind is about being that father, that role model and all that, and keeping those emotions in check that maybe the Jay parent from a couple of years ago that wasn't a father might have handled that differently?
Everything, man.
Yeah.
I didn't bring my girlfriend or my daughter to that weigh-in because I knew that would happen. I knew, and they're not here today because I know that when we face off, he's going to try and do something fucking dumb, shove me or slap me or whatever, and it's going to end up in a tussle. And I'm prepared for that, but I love my daughter more than life itself. I would give the sport up in a minute, not in a heartbeat.
Yeah. I know the feeling.
So it's I try every day to be the man that I want her to look up to and say that my father was a great man. So. Yeah. While you're right, a few years ago, I would have fucking torn that whole bar apart. I had to remember that my little girl is at home and she watches everything that I do, and especially because she comes to the gym with me so much, you know what I mean? How I act in the gym translates to how she acts outside of the gym, so I try to hold myself to a higher level.
There you go, Jay, you're the best. Hey, I got to say this on a personal note. I've interviewed Jay for I don't know how many years. We've been doing this for a long time. I'm looking forward to watching you fight tomorrow, man. It's going to be awesome, and always appreciate Jay making time for me, so appreciate it, man.
This is one of my favorite interviews, James, so appreciate you, bro.
Thanks a lot, Jay. There we go, the great Jay Perrin, the Joker. One half of the grudge match tomorrow night with Joe the Party, Penafiel. Fighters have got to do some photos, so we might have a little bit of a break here. But I'll find out. But like I said, I can ramble. That's why I'm here right now. And there's then we got Aaron Hughes coming up here. Maybe let's see. Is he coming back here? There he is. What's up, Aaron? You can come on. Come on. This is an open stream. I'll talk to anyone. Good to see you back, man. Good to see you back. Active guy, man. So Aaron Hughes back in action. Going to be taking on Tom Santos. Aaron, let me grab you the mic there. See, we've evolved on these streams. I actually got two mics this time, so I don't have to do the silly back and forth. But hey, man, a lot of respect to you. You've been active. You've been busy. You'll take on all comers, even an experienced guy like Tom Santos. Just tell me about this fight getting put together, and just excited to finish the year off in Cage Titans.
So pretty much somebody tagged me in something on Instagram, and I just reposted it, and I was like, let's make the fight happen. Both of us are kind of on losing streaks, so seemed to just line up and make sense, and here we are, man. For sure. Just gonna let you know, you can look at the camera there instead of looking at the screen. I make that mistake too. No worries. That's why I'm here. I'm the pilot here, so to speak, kind of putting everything together. You mentioned that, again, both of you guys trying to get back in the win column. This can sometimes make for a good fight, right? Because both of you guys have a lot to win for, right? You want to get back on the winning track. So just what type of fight are you expecting, especially two guys like yourselves who have fought some really good opposition throughout your career? I just got to go out there and perform and do what I do, control what I can control and let go of what I can't, and just go out there and have fun, fight the way that I know that I can, I was doing that last fight. I felt like I was doing really well, just kind of made a small mistake in
got caught, and that was kind of my downfall in the fight. But I just got to stick to the game plan, you know, and just stay focused for 15 minutes, no mistakes, and I'll come out with the win.
Take me through camp a bit. Who you got to work with? Who helped you get ready for this fight?
Yeah, just training up with the New England Cartel again, Regiment Training Center down in Fall River, and Darkside Jiu-Jitsu in Plainville, Mass, where I'm doing my jiu-jitsu training. And then I do my striking over at Hard Knocks in Everett, Massachusetts. Shout out Coach Billy Raz. And it's been a very productive camp, man. I'm looking forward to showing my improvements again and just going out there having some fun.
What about your corner? Who will be in the cage with you tomorrow?
Yeah, so I got Tyson Chartier from
the Tony Soprano of the New England Cartel.
Yeah,
right?
I got Tyson Chartier from New England Cartel, Shane Brady from Darkside Jiu-Jitsu, and then I got Billy Raz from Hard Knocks Everett, and then my boys from Regiment, Carter Woody's fighting, so my
nice.
My coaches from Regiment will be in the back shooting the shit and whatever, you know. But yeah, I'm excited, man. It should be fun.
Good to have a whole army out for the event. Hey, I got to ask. I know you do a lot of cross training and stuff, but seeing Mitch Raposo get that UFC win, that must have been cool to see because I know he's worked really hard to get there, get to the UFC, get that win. That must have been cool to see just as a teammate.
Yeah, I've been training with Mitch since he was 16 years old, you know. So we kind of came up through the scene together, and he's one of my best friends, and sky's the limit for that kid, man. I'm so thankful and grateful and happy for him, you know. He fucking works his ass off every day. I'm so excited for him, and next up, you know, just keep lining him up. He's going to keep knocking him down, you know.
Yeah, that was such a big. Yeah, it doesn't matter if your opponent misses weight; he'll still go out there and get the win. I thought that was awesome. Mitch will be in the house tomorrow night. By the way, I just talked to him before I came out here. What about a prediction for this fight? How's this one playing out?
Yeah, man. I'm never miss an Aaron Hughes fight. They're always exciting. Whether it goes 3 rounds, whether it ends in the first, it's always going to be exciting. But I'm just going to go out there, impose my will, impose my game plan, look to get it to the ground early, and look to come out with the finish.
Aaron, always appreciate you making time, man. It's always a pleasure watching you fight. We're looking forward to tomorrow night. Thanks so much for doing this.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah, there you go. Aaron Hughes, one half of the lightweight fight going down tomorrow night against Tom Santos. Again, you don't want to miss this one. One of the many great fights on this event. Let's get to the questions here. Tomorrow night, I hope Jay Briggs, that 8-year-old girl's face, known as the party. Let's go. Okay, so some shade thrown at Joe. The party, understandable. I mean, yesterday could have ended up really badly. Tomorrow night, I hope Jay Perrin breaks that little 8-year-old girl's face. Gotcha. Short fuse, let's go. Yeah, it's, again, we've got a lot of good fighters on this card. So, you know, we're really looking forward to seeing some of these fights unfold. And I think we're going to finally get our guy here, Jaden Curley, one half of the title fight. What's up, man?
How's it going?
Good to see you again. Last time I saw you, which we did this cool thing, and I'm going to try to do it again tomorrow night, is when you got your finish. Remember, we got you. Yeah, grab the mic. We got to see you react to your finish. So
right.
Riding high off that last win, how you feeling about this fight?
Yeah, and honestly, you know, not to shoot down that statement, but you know, I wouldn't call it riding high. You know, I'm staying focused because I know that I got a target on my back now. And so I've worked even harder this camp than last camp. And, you know, you should expect big things again.
Does it add a bit more that you're fighting a guy who's undefeated and someone that's coming from out of town, or just another opponent to you?
Yeah, I mean, they're all just faces with names. And to me, you know, it's just another silhouette shadow that I see in the distance that doesn't really mean much more to me. It's just another guy that it's in the back of my head that creeps on me.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Was it tough to find tape on him? Like, take me through you studying this matchup, matching up against him, all that.
No, there's a fair amount of tape on this guy.
Okay.
So, like, I watched a lot of that, and I know a lot of his tendencies at this point. Last time it was cool because, you know, right when the fight started, it was like, wow, like, here we go. Like, I'm watching the video again. Like, he did exactly what I expected him to do. And I think that's going to happen again, you know, especially in this, like, you know, this amateur fight game where he fought pretty recently. Not a lot's going to change, like, unless he's really out there trying to change his game, which I don't know if he is. So.
Yeah, no, we'll see. Take me through a bit through camp and who you got to work with and who helped you prep for this one.
So for this one, you know, I tried to stay as well-rounded as possible. I worked with Pete twice a week. I worked with Jair's doing jiu-jitsu twice a week, and I was at college at my former college, Roger Williams, wrestling
awesome.
with the boys twice a week.
Yeah, so good. A little bit of everything there. Man, I forgot how big of a guy you are. How was the cut?
Oh, dude, it was
like from wrestling. I'm sure it's like second nature, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it wasn't. You know, it's always different though because you know I try to stay as big as possible and then cut at the last second for these kinds of things. And you know, the cut sucked, but it's temporary. You know, I have over 24 hours to recoup, which is that's different from wrestling. You know, dude, you cut and you wrestle 2 hours later.
Right,
Whereas
I know.
here, you know, I get
Yeah, this is nothing. Yeah,
I
exactly.
get all day. I'm gonna be fine tomorrow. Like nothing happened.
Prediction for tomorrow. How's it unfolding?
I don't like to make predictions necessarily.
Fair enough.
But
I get it. Don't want to reveal the game plan.
yeah, I'm gonna be looking for a finish. You know, I don't think this kind of like a sport. Like I'm gonna go win the match. Like I'm going out there to fight and like, you know, die in the ring if I have to, and you know, I'm willing to do whatever it takes.
If all goes well, you get this win, you finish off 2025 really strong. How soon could we see you make that jump to the pros?
You know, I want to do a little bit of jiu-jitsu competition after this, and you know, maybe because I am like you said, I am kind of a big guy. You know, I was just like 215 a month ago. So
No way.
Yeah,
Jeez, bigger than me.
I might.
And there's no way I can make 170. That's not happening. Right?
But I might want to. Might want to fight a couple times at 85 amateur, possibly. But if
Really?
not, maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
If
Understand.
not, you know, because I'm 25, I'm young. I can fight 1 or 2 times at 185 and still, you know, be able to peak in pro.
Okay.
So I might make the jump. I'm not really sure yet. I haven't really thought that far ahead.
Yeah, but so far you can make the weight, and it's fine. It's just a process, right? I guess is sort of the thing
Yeah.
where it's like, okay, you got to be strategic about it. I imagine you do feel better at 70, or have you had an 85 fight yet?
No, I haven't. That's
So-
why, you know, it would be nice to see just what would happen, you know, if I wasn't struggling with a weight cut.
Yeah.
Not that it was really a struggle, but just, you know, I'm definitely giving it my all in the weight cut. This is about as much weight as I can cut. So if I were to fight a couple times at 85 just to see how it is, you know, if I can handle that power, and if maybe I'm more powerful, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, like we got the title fight tomorrow night, Islam and Jack and at Della Maddalena, and Islam's fighting at 170. Like, I'm very curious to see how he looks, because we know the cut was tough for him at 55. Is he going to look even better, or is it going to be a compromise? We'll have to see.
What do you think? Who do you think's going to win?
I think Islam's winning. So here's why, and I want to get your take on this. You can put your analyst hat on. This is probably something you should think about in the future too, is predicting fights. But my whole thing is like, Bilal Muhammad got a few takedowns. Didn't get as many as I think people wanted, but he did get Jack's back, and I feel like Islam will be able to capitalize. I also don't think Islam is going to be undersized for the weight class. Height and reach isn't much of a difference. Islam was strong at 55. I'm assuming they'll be close to the same strength at 170. Although you'd know better than me, like, you know, cutting weight and all that. But I think Jack will be stronger, but I don't think it will be like such a big thing. Like, for example, when Adesanya fought Leon Blachowicz, that looked like a guy who was a lot bigger. I think that Islam will be able to get the takedowns and maybe get the submission. Saying that, though, I was dead wrong about Jack Della Maddalena in his last fight against Bilal Muhammad, and he could just catch him with a knee or whatever. We have seen Islam knocked out before. Adriano Martin's fight, so could happen. What do I want to happen? I would love Jack to win. I think it would turn everything upside down, and it would, you know, sort of dispel this narrative that Islam's unstoppable in general. But I got to give respect where it's due, and Islam's just been so dominant at 155. It's hard not to look at that tomorrow night. What about you? What's your
I definitely agree. You know, Islam, you know, the heart wants Jack, the brain says Islam. But like you said, you know, if people are going around saying like, oh, like Jack's never going to knock him out. What's the one way that Islam lost? Knockout clips. You know, he has a flash KO tendency, and you know, Dustin Poirier, he said that Islam made him a worse striker, but he still went out there and put hands on him. So,
that's
you know,
true,
a guy that's got 15 pounds on him is able to put hands on him. You never know. It might make a big difference. But, you know, a lot of times grappling will, you know, stand the test of time and weight. So, like, if the weight goes up, you know, I don't think his grappling's going to make much of a difference. But you never know. Like, if Jack Della's really working on that takedown defense, then it could make a big difference. So.
Yeah, we hope it's not going to happen. I don't think it will. Chimaev and DDP. I mean, that was like, how does he not like? But it speaks to maybe just how good Chimaev is at grappling. I don't know if Islam's on that level. We'll see. He's looked dominant in certain fights, but it's going to be a test. But that's a fight you should PVR and record and watch the next day, because tomorrow night, Cage Titan 74. That's the real main event. Spectation Sports is your home. Do you have a code, don't you, for Spectation, or should be on your Instagram or something?
Yeah,
Anyways,
I'll be posting.
Go support the fighters. That's one of the great things that Cage Titan does, is every fighter gets a code. You get a discount. It supports the fighter. It supports the promotion. So if you guys are going to watch this one, if you can't make it down to the Plymouth Memorial Hall, which I don't know why you wouldn't be down there, check it out on Spectation Sports. Jaden, appreciate the time, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot. There you go. Jaden Curley, one half of the title fight at 170. Again, 5 title fights on this card. UFC's only got 2, so we got Cage Titans has got them beat there. It's going to be great. So we'll see who else we get here. Again, just kind of playing it by ear. This is the beauty of doing this live. We got about 3 minutes left, so we'll see what we want to do and see what happens. And I think we got. We might be getting something here. We'll see. Anyways, if you're in the chat, let me know what's going on. How you guys having a great Friday here? Doing the live with Lynch. We do this before every Cage Titans card. And again, shout out to Cage Titans and Spectation for bringing me down here. I love doing this. This is a lot of fun for me. I know people think, hey, you cover UFC, whatever. This is more fun. I've said this before. This is way more fun. Getting to talk to the fighters, and maybe I can get my guy. Oh, here we go. What is up, my man? How you doing? Look, you brought the hat back.
Of course.
From One Piece. I got to mention my son's favorite show. He's an 8-year-old. He loves One Piece, so he's going to love this right now. Where'd you get the hat? That would be my first question.
Amazon, actually.
Amazon, is that easy? Okay,
yeah.
I got to look into it because I think my guy's going to want one. But hey, man, good to see you back. You really made an impression in the last fight with the get up, the fight itself. I know it didn't go your way, but just how happy are you to be back here and getting to fight for Cage Titans to end the year?
I'm stoked. I feel like Cage Titans knew what it was. They saw my performance. It wasn't as though I lost some sort of dog walk. Yeah. I went out there, I was mauling him, but I zigged when I should have zagged. Yeah. I made a mistake, but Cage Titans blessed me with a title fight nonetheless. They saw my track record before that. They knew that I truly do belong in this fight, and they put me in a fight where I believe I'm here to shine.
Yeah, and how cool is it to be able to fight a guy who hasn't lost yet, be able to take that out?
Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. I love taking people's O's.
Yeah, it's going to be great. How much notice did you get? It looked like you got a full camp.
Oh, yeah. I got a full camp. I was actually preparing to hopefully get on the combat zone card that passed just recently.
Yeah.
But we were unable to find anyone that would take the fight, and then Cage
Titans. The hat, they were intimidated, right? So,
honestly, they knew the aura that I'm coming with.
Exactly. Yeah, tomorrow night. So just looking at your opponent, Ash, stylistically, how do you feel like you match up against him here?
I feel like I match up beautifully. I love facing grapplers, jiu-jitsu guys especially. I feel like he's gonna have a hard time trying to take me down. I'm gonna take him down if I want to. I'm gonna strike when I want to. I feel like this is a fight where I'm gonna truly get to show my skills as a mixed martial artist. But at the end of the day, it's up to God to see how this result comes around.
Well said. Look at this guy. He sounds a little bit polished when it comes to the interviews. Take me through camp a bit. Who you got to work with? Who were some of the main training partners helping you get ready for this?
Dude, I had some dogs. I'm blessed. Okay. I'm blessed. Yeah. I had right over there. We had Calvin Dalton, ex-D1 wrestler. So I had to get that refined. I got to work with I got to work with Tom Pags.
Oh, no way. Nice. Yeah.
He put belt to ass on me every sparring session, but it showed me how to improve. It was a beautiful thing. I feel like it'd be disingenuous for me not to bring up Mitch Raposo.
Yeah, we just talked about him on here, getting his first UFC win. I'll stop you there. How much of a boost was that for the team and just yourself to see him get that win? Because it's been such a long road for him, and he finally got it against an opponent who missed weight.
Oh, it was beautiful. You should have seen the gym that day.
You guys had a watch party. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, we were getting ready for sparring. Yeah. And he was supposed to be on when sparring started, so everyone halted. We're like, fuck no, we're not sparring yet. We gotta watch it. We gotta watch him do his thing. Yeah. So we're all huddled up on this one little phone. Calvin's holding up for everyone. Yeah. Screaming, come on, Mitch! I was so happy to see him get that win.
Yeah. Does that motivate you? Does that inspire you when you go into a big title fight like this as well? Seeing your teammate, have this long road to get there, achieve the UFC. That's got to be inspiring.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah. I feel like Mitch is the true epitome of a mixed martial artist. It didn't matter how many times he got knocked down, whether you talk metaphorically or physically, he always gets up. He never allows his spirit to be broken. I feel like that's such a precedence in the gym.
Prediction for tomorrow night. How's this one unfolding?
You'll have to wait and see, brother.
There we go. That's a teaser. That's what we call in the business. And before we get out of here, not looking past Saturday, been asking all the fighters this. Obviously, very active 2025 for you. Getting a lot of attention and stuff. What's the plan for 2026? Just keep getting those reps in, because obviously when we talk to you amateurs, the question is always, when do you want to go pro? But you don't strike me as a guy who's in a rush.
Nah, I'm 20 years old. I've got more than enough time to refine my skills and do what I've got to do to prepare myself to be a pro. And I understand we'll never feel like we're ready. It doesn't matter if you have 50 fights as an amateur, you'll never be ready. But I trust my team. I trust my coaches to tell me when it's time. And until then, it's just going to be repping them out one after another.
There you go. Thurman Hargrove. Great interview, great fighter. You don't want to miss this fight tomorrow night. Someone asked me in the chat, what's a sleeper fight? Even though this is a title fight, I do feel like this fight's being slept on. So make sure you go watch that along with all the other title fights. Cage Titans 74, Spectation Sports. Appreciate it, man. Good to talk to you. Okay. Take care. Yeah, of course. There you go. 20 years old, man. This is what I'm talking about. This is the future of MMA right now. We just talked about Mitch Raposo. Mitch fought on Cage Titans. He was a guy that worked his way up and got to the UFC. So, again, the beautiful thing about getting to watch these cards on Spectation Sports is you are looking at the future. You got time for an interview? Okay, let's go. Come over here. Hey, what's up, man? What's up? I'm doing great. You're live on the Cage Titans. It's all good. We'll talk after. But, you can stop by any time. All right. I'm so glad I get to talk to my next guest. We had a phenomenal interview last time, and I was so happy. I was looking at the card lineup, and I saw my guy Javier Acosta back, and he's got a different getup. So last time, it was like the prom suit. This time, what are we going with? What's this look called?
Warm.
Yeah, it is cold out a little bit. Yeah.
It's called warm.
Yeah.
I
felt like the scene was great.
Yeah.
It's very cordial and stuff. But
Yeah.
I felt like this time we got to go a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
And let everybody know that we're here for business.
Yeah, you are here for business.
You know,
Yeah.
my opponent wore a suit, so I kind of regret not wearing a suit.
Yeah. But maybe give off that different aura, that different energy, right? A little bit. Yeah.
Exactly. Switch things up a little bit, but also I feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
That's why I don't feel as like propped up.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's a good thing. And by the way, if you haven't seen his last fight, and I know it didn't go your way, man, that was one of the best fights I've ever seen.
Like
I love that fight. And you know what? It was one of those things where like you deserve the win in some way. You know what I mean? Like just the way the fight went and how good it was, and like you put it all on the line. And like Jack Della Maddalena just did a presser, and I'm gonna tie this all in here. Jack Della Maddalena lost his first 2 pro fights, and now he's a UFC champion. And he talked about not giving up and then pushing forward. And here you are back, trying to end the fight, end the year on a good note. Like how important was that to you to build off the good things from that fight and end the year in a positive way?
It's so important. Everything in life is like go one of 2 ways. It's either like really good or really bad. It's never a loss.
Yeah, it's a learning experience. Yeah.
So that last one, I definitely made a mistake and made a couple mistakes.
Yeah.
But it never was like, oh, I'd never want to do it again. Oh, it was just like one little hiccup, one little lapse in judgment. That's it.
Yeah.
And just same thing in life.
Yeah.
So you always got to be within. You always got to put your best foot forward, and you don't need to rush things.
Yeah.
Like same thing in life. You never need to rush life. You just continue to do the same things every single day. Get up, have a good attitude towards life and towards your goals. That's all. That's all it is.
You must have got. I know. Again, the fight didn't go your way, but you like just watching that fight. Everyone was on their feet. People were totally into it. You must have got a lot of people messaging you, being like, "Dude, what a fight!" Like it was. It was just one of those rare instances in MMA where a fighter doesn't come out on top, but you almost gain more fans that way.
No, absolutely. It's crazy. Some people from it's really wild.
Yeah.
Some people from Greece hit me up.
No
they
way.
were like, "Dude, I love your fighting style. I love it.
Cool.
I love the way you fight.
Yeah.
You won that fight. You had it.
Yeah.
And and then they saw the rest of my account. They saw all the stuff that I do, promotional wise for mental health and promoting everyday success and just to be better than you were yesterday. And that's way more important.
Yeah. The bigger picture.
The bigger picture.
Yeah.
But the fact that I can touch just a little bit of someone across the other side of the planet.
Oh yeah.
That's so important. And that's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
Inspire and maybe it's the next generation that is better than us. I hope, obviously.
No, 100%. No, and I totally agree with that. Let's talk about your opponent. Was it tough to find tape on him? Like, take me through sort of looking him up, matching him up, all that stuff.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So he fought last time, the card that I was fighting on.
That's right. Yeah.
Earlier.
Yeah.
And he was doing good, but I think he got TKO'd by Parmenter.
Yeah.
But I think this is a really good matchup. My first 2 opponents were tough. We're
talking,
this
no
kid
easy
had,
fights. Yeah.
No easy fight. This kid had 3 and 4 and 7 fights. And then the second kid I fought was a boxer. Completely different game plan. Came in on 2 weeks' notice, which I gotta respect. That's fighting.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like, oh, it's not fighting or it's not beautiful, or try to put up excuses. It's just when those things happen, you gotta respond, and I didn't respond the best that way in the last fight, but he's a good opponent. I think it's going to be a really good fight. He's got a good attitude about him, and he wore a suit today because he thought I was going to wear a suit today.
There you go.
So that just goes to show you what he's comical.
Yeah, no, and that's what gets people into the fights. We were just talking about promotion and stuff and how important that is and getting people interested, and that's half the battle too. Because at the end of this thing, you can't fight forever. The brand, your persona, all that is what carries you on, and that's why you see a guy like a Johnny Campbell who's fighting on this card, who's an OG. People love and respect him and know him because he's done such a good job from the branding perspective as well too. And people know when you see that face, when you see that Chuck Norris lookalike,
oh my God,
that's
right?
You know what I mean. So that's what comes down to.
One thing about all we talk about is the fact that I use this platform to create a platform for my boys.
Yeah, big time.
Fighting is not forever.
No.
But the things that the people that you can drag into it
and the influence,
the influence you have, that is.
Yeah.
It lives on for a long more time than you can fight.
Take me through camp a bit and who you got to work with.
I got to work with a lot of good people. I really want to say shout out to Cartel, shout out to Gorilla Crew, shout out to Song Cowboy Guy, shout out to Sosa Boxing Coach too. All these people help dial me in, and especially dial me in and you never want the fight to go too fast. You want to be in control. You want to feel like if you hurt somebody, you just do it again, not just try to finish right away. So really dialing back on these senses, getting way more comfortable. I went for the first time and I did boxing.
Oh, cool.
In a boxing gym. and like lots of boxing rounds, and that was like against just like amateur boxers.
Pure boxers,
That was a bunch of fights.
Yeah.
And that was way better than that was a good switch up. You know what I'm saying? That was a good switch up.
Good.
But also, I gotta say, the balance, like this is what life is all about. I found a really good job in plumbing, and it took a lot of the pressure off of this.
Oh, nice. Okay,
I really
cool.
found that I like alleviated like, oh my god, I gotta fight, rather than I get to fight.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
It's I enjoy working, but I get to fight too. So it's not like I'm not really stressed anymore about it.
Yeah.
You know, I can just come in here. I don't really care win or lose. We're gonna, grass will still rise, and the sun will still be there.
Yeah.
On Monday morning, and I'll still kiss my girl good night. And I'll have a great night after the fight, no matter what. So like it doesn't change who I am.
Very interesting. By the way, one of the few jobs that AI won't replace. I don't think AI is going to be able to fix your toilet, so that's super important. Yeah, exactly. Listen to him there. Just before we go, prediction for tomorrow night. How's this one playing out?
I think it's gonna be a good fight. I always say like prediction-wise, first round, first round, because I really want to finish.
Yeah.
But I just think it's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a good fight. I don't know what's really gonna happen, but someone's gonna get probably stopped. That's it. That's probably because I go for the finish. I don't want to ever have
People are always on their feet when it comes to this guy fighting. Javier, thanks so much for doing this, man. Always appreciate the time, and what a awesome card this is going to be tomorrow night. Appreciate it a lot. There you go. No, thank you. There we go. One half of the fight that we are going to see tomorrow night. Javier Acosta on there. We got our buddies behind us here. See how much longer we're going to go on this stream and see who else we get. Javier Acosta taking on Tyler DeFlippis, who is out of Longo's MMA, so we saw him on the last card. So that'll be super interesting there too. So we'll see who else we get. We got some more questions in the chat here, everyone. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Martial artist, the other dude that's fighting tomorrow night. Nope, all he does. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Mike put on a great card here tonight, so it's great. Hey, what's up? Yeah, let's hop on here, man. Great to talk to you again.
Yeah, of course.
Good to see you too. So tell me about how this fight all came together and getting this opportunity here.
I fought for Cage Titans first a couple summers ago. Went real well. I love it here. I want to keep fighting here. So I took on a big challenger, Matt Martinez, last time out. Got another first round finish. So I'm just gunning for the belt and fighting whoever has it. So it happens to be Josiah Fry, so we're going to take it off at him.
Yeah, absolutely. And this was a fight that I penciled on here that I know a lot of fans are going to be really excited about. Just what does it mean to be a part of this sort of stack card? There's 5 title fights in this card, man, and you're one of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of so happened that every single time I fought for Cage Titans, it's been this is the biggest card. The first time it was the Barrett and Giannetti fight, which I think is still the biggest fight they've done. Second time I fight for them is Ring Titans. Third time I'm fighting for them, the whole main card's title fights. So.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Let's talk about Josiah. Again, the cool part about this fight, someone's always got to go, right? So that adds a bit more. What have you made of his run so far? Also, another guy like yourself that's getting a lot of hype.
Yeah, no, everything's very impressive. Everything's impressive inside MMA. Everything's impressive inside of wrestling. These are the guys I want to beat. I want to be the best, so I'm going to beat the best. That's all it is.
Camp, take me through that a bit. Who you got to work with? Who helped you get ready for this one?
Camp was huge. Camp was awesome. Did it with the cartel and defensive edge again. Being a big part of Mitch Raposo's camp for his fight.
Oh, awesome. Okay, he's literally come up on every stream here. I know there's a lot of cartel guys on here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. We have so many guys fighting on the card.
Yeah.
But yeah, being able to be one of his main sparring partners, get my ass whooped, whatever.
Yeah. Getting my ass whooped by a guy who just won in the UFC. I mean, that's pretty, you're an amateur and you get to train with guys like that.
Yeah.
That's such a luxury, I would imagine.
For sure. And I feel every week I could feel myself get way better. And luckily, I don't have to fight Mitch Raposo. So.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. You can't get much tougher than that. Looked like the cut went well. How did that all go ahead of this one?
Yeah, cut's great. Everything's good. Be back to life by give me a couple hours. We'll be good. I'm already, feeling like myself a little bit more.
Okay, good. Yeah, that makes sense. Your corner, is Tyson going to be in your corner, or who's going to be?
Yep. My corner, I'm pumped I get 4.
Okay, awesome.
For the title fight.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, a little bit different.
Corner is Tyson, head coach of the cartel. Josh, head coach of defensive edge. My brother's always in my corner.
Yeah, that's right.
Mitch Raposo.
Oh, Mitch is in your corner.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, that'll be fun. So yeah, again, always nice having the UFC vets out there.
Yep.
How's this fight playing out tomorrow night? How do you see it unfolding?
It's a knockout.
There we go. Didn't even hesitate. That's how I know he's serious about it. And I've been asking all the amateurs this, and obviously it's I'm sure something you get asked a lot, but you end this year, you go out there, you get this big win here if all goes well. What does 2026 look like? Could we see that jump to the pro ranks?
I don't know. I'm just gonna take it fight by fight.
There's no rush, right?
Yeah, I'm just fully focused on this. I don't even think about that stuff because, like I said, like having a guy like Tyson around and everything, and the type of teammates I do, like they will be the ones who tell me when to go pro and everything. So right now, I just want to win this fight and go celebrate.
Well, how much of a luxury too is it? I mean, we talked about the training partners you have, but just the fact that there's so many options to fight here, right? Like if you're an amateur, it's not like I know some amateurs that go pro because they can't get fights. I know it's not going to be like the easiest road to get fights, especially the way you've been winning, but like how much does it take the pressure off? The fact that you have a lot of opportunities out here, especially in the New England area.
Yeah, and I also think too, things will change. Like when you get the belt, I honestly don't think it's like gonna be hard to get fights.
No, yeah, that too. Yeah,
I think there's a lot of guys like that were jumping to fight Josiah, where like stylistically I was seeing problems for them, and I don't think they'd necessarily be asking to fight him if he didn't have a belt. It's different for me. I will ask to fight him if he didn't have a belt. Like and it's not even about like fighting him. The belt is what I want, but it's just like I will fight anybody. I absolutely will fight anybody. I do think I'm better than all these guys, and I'm going to prove this out.
Last question: what do you think of this venue? I think this is pretty awesome.
This is sick. It was actually nice, because the Plymouth Memorial Hall last time was freezing rain.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
this one's a little bit warmer.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, and the heat's going to be turned up tomorrow night. CageTitan74, Spectation Sports. If you can't make that one live, the Plymouth Memorial Hall. Calvin, appreciate the time as always, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. There you go. Calvin Dalton, one half of the title fight. First title fight on the night. Going to be taking on Josiah Fry for the flyweight title. I don't know how you make flyweight, man. You're a big guy. So there we go. It's one of the big fights we're looking forward to tomorrow night. So yeah, again, 5 title fights on this card. There's a lot of action, and you can come right up here, my friend. We got Asher, right? Yes. There we go. First time talking to you. Really happy about it, man. You can look in the camera there. Scoot up a little bit, and I got a microphone for you right here. Talk to me a bit about this fight. When did you find out, and tell me how this all came together?
Yeah, I found out, I want to say about 7 weeks ago.
Oh, nice. Okay, good.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, it sort of just came together and stuff. And I know you would have liked to have been a little bit more active, as far as the last couple of fights. Take me through sort of just ending the year, getting to fight, because I know for a lot of guys, you want to finish the year off strong, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like to fight like about twice a year, but in between, like I like to really train.
Yeah.
Do other like smaller competitions like jiu-jitsu and all that.
Yeah.
And I want to keep that self-improvement path going on.
Yeah.
And then when the time is right, get my MMA match in.
Yeah, no, that.
And so the timing kind of just fit it.
Yeah, that's good. Were you pretty familiar with Thurman before taking this fight?
I had seen him. Yeah. I had seen him fight. I watched his match against Kadu.
Yeah.
And that's how I came to know of him. And then I watched him later on all of his other matches. He's a really good guy.
Yes.
A really good wrestler, a really good, striker, all of it. Well-rounded, very strong.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, and also I think like a clash of personalities in a way too, where he's wearing the one-piece hat, a little bit more outgoing. You're very much all business, and I mean that in a good way. Like you're very much like calculated, kind of going in. What's it like fighting a guy that's going to promote your fight a lot, so to speak?
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like him, I like my anime too. I love anime.
Okay, there we go. Just to make that clear, we're
Exactly.
setting the record straight.
Yes,
so that's
I
good.
love my anime.
Yeah.
But I just like keeping it quiet. I don't like really.
Yeah, to each their own, and that's we've seen a lot of. I mean, some of the best fighters that we've ever seen are guys that are all business. Like I'd even argue like a George St. Pierre was all business and not like a Conor McGregor type, right? So sometimes there's a place for that there. Take me through camp a bit. Who you got to work with? Who helped you get ready for this fight?
Yes, I train on Broadway Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, awesome.
A few other gyms that I train in, but my main training happens at Broadway Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
The head coach John Clark and a lot of my teammates there.
Yeah.
Bunch of killers. The world is lucky that they don't fight MMA, and I don't know why. I've tried convincing so many of them.
Yeah.
But they're happy with jiu-jitsu, and that's what it is. So JC has been helping out since about 2016.
Yeah.
Since I moved here. And I just stuck with him.
Yeah. Okay. It's all kind of work there. What about your corner? Who'll be in the cage with you for this one?
My team from Broadway.
Okay, nice.
3 other people from Broadway. Yes.
Okay. And prediction. I don't know if you want to give one here. Okay, there we go. Don't want to give away the game plan, but we can expect a really good fight here. This is one of the title fights I'm circling on as far as because there's 5 title fights on here, so it kind of gets a little lost in the shuffle. But it's going to be a fun one tomorrow, right?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to surviving tomorrow so I can watch Islam versus JDM. That's the most important.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I'll be having it on the background. I'm not going to lie. I can't miss that fight live too. And what about the future? I mean, and I say this as not someone looking past tomorrow night, but like, what are your goals for 2026? Is just keep active, like you said, 2 fights a year. I mean, there's no rush to get to the pros, especially in this area where there's so many opportunities for amateur fights.
when it comes to that, like right now, my focus is learning.
Yeah.
And in whatever shape or form that takes.
Yeah.
You know, like I leave it to my coach's judgment, more or
Yeah.
less, like
kind of put it in their hands.
Exactly. Yeah. I put it in their hands because I trust their judgment.
Yeah.
As to where they want to take me. I think realistically, I have a good 5-6 years left in me.
Yeah.
So I'll do the best I can in those few years.
Yeah.
And then call it a day.
Yeah. No, that's good. It's good to have an exit plan or whatever. And people didn't pick up the accent. Where are you from originally?
The accent.
Yeah.
I'm from India.
India. Okay, great. That's awesome. What does it mean to represent India? Because we've seen. The one that always comes to mind is obviously Jubilee making it to the UFC. Like, what does it mean to represent your country in the cage where we're seeing more and more fighters coming over from there and coming to North America?
I'm just a small piece, honestly.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but it must be cool, though. You must get a lot of support. It's a big market, right?
I mean, it is a big market.
Yeah.
But, again, I don't like to think of it that way. Like, right now, my focus is, self-improvement, learning.
Yeah.
And when the time is right, then we dip our toes into that area of it.
Yeah.
Speaking of, athletes from India, there are plenty of athletes, it's going to take some time because, a lot of the resources that are spent to other sports like cricket and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But MMA is growing.
Good.
And there are a bunch of killers out there
Okay,
who are fighting out in India.
Yeah.
And believe me when I say, there will come a time when many of them will come to the UFC eventually.
Okay. Who are some names you should be keeping an eye on? I'm actually curious myself.
Oh yeah. So there's an organization called MFN in India. So a lot of their fights that happen, a lot of killers that come out from there. Anshul actually fought there.
Okay.
And that's how I came to know Anshul. My team from Indian Combat Sports Academy.
Okay.
So in Bangalore. So a lot of good fighters out there. They're doing some other local organizations too that I forget. But MFN is one organization which is good to watch out for.
Okay. And do you see more fighters, potentially? I know your situation is probably different, but fighters coming from India to train here, maybe get some fights here. Is that something you see happening? Just because there's probably more opportunities.
There
right?
are, and I forget the names, but there are a couple of fighters who fought in the Ultimate Fighter or whatever.
Yeah.
Version,
Yeah.
Goes on there.
Yeah.
So those numbers are going to go up.
Yeah, that's good. That's great. Ash, really nice to meet you. Best of luck tomorrow. We're looking forward to the fight, and appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. There's one half of the title fight at bantamweight. Thurman Hargrove and Ash Rowe, who we're talking to right here, and again from India. Very much looking forward to that. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Every pro on there. Who do I have coming up here, sir? Oh, okay. Sure. I'll ask him. Yeah. All right. So, are you?
I'm a translator.
Okay.
And he's the fighter.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. You guys can both scoot in here, and I'll give you this microphone, and you can sit right here. So, who are we joined by here, in case people are wondering?
We have Bixat, Bazooka, Irgaliyev right now here joining you live.
Okay, great. So, thank you for coming and taking some time here today. Tell me how you got this opportunity, how this fight came together.
Как ты получила эту возможность и как это произошло для тебя?
Я давно занимался спортом, и организации сами захотели. Но пару раз я не смог выступить в Cage Titans. Но думаю, вот этот раз я хорошо выступлю.
He's been doing sports since his young childhood, and we have our organization which is Nomad Sports. We represent him, and we just saw an opportunity with Cage Titans, and we just took it.
Okay, so did you come all the way over here, or you actually are from here?
He came all the way from Kazakhstan
no
a year
way.
ago to start his career here. Yes.
Very cool. Okay, awesome. So how different has it been? How has it been coming over to the U.S. compared to your culture back in where you're from?
Какая культурный шок или какая разница между Америкой и Казахстаном? Что замечаешь, что сложно дается?
Ну, как бы говоря, не так уж много сложностей. И здесь много любят шоу, но в Казахстане у нас немножко все посерьезнее. Ну, как бы я уже привык к этому.
He says here everyone loves show, and he is here for it. In Kazakhstan was a little bit more strict, more preserved, and to themselves. While coming here, he feels like it's more open, more outgoing people.
How does he feel like he matches up against his opponent, Kane Schneider, here in this fight?
Как чувствуешь себя против своего противника? Как тебе нравится, как тебя заматчиваешь с этим противником?
Как бы этот соперник дали мне на короткое уведомление, и Я был готов к любому раскладу. И завтра вечером вы увидите вся красоту нашего шоу.
Unfortunately, this fighter was given to us last minute.
Okay, so not much, yeah.
Not much time for us to prepare, but he says he was ready for anything to come at his way, and he's ready to show a big show up there on the cage.
Okay, that's great. And I see it's Nomad Sports. Is this with Shavkat Rakhmonov's? Because I know he's called the Nomad as well. Is there any relation?
No.
Okay.
Relation.
Oh, just the cool name. Okay, that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Who did you get to train with for this camp? Who are some of your training partners?
Кто твои тренировочные партнеры, с кем ты тренировался? Есть ли какие-то популярные имена?
Здесь я тренировался в двух залах, в CTFC74 и North Andover Jiu-Jitsu, вместе с Кайлом и его с парнями.
Here he trained on both what is it called? Gyms.
Yes, yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's
both
fine.
gyms,
Yeah,
MMA and North Andover Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay.
And he trained with Kyle Bochnak.
Oh, yeah, I know Kyle. Yeah.
Yes.
Former UFC fighter, Kyle Bochnak.
Yes.
That's very cool. And then just his prediction for tomorrow night. How does he see the fight playing out?
Как думаешь, бой пройдет? Какое твое видение будущего на завтра? Как думаешь, выиграешь или проиграешь? Или...
Да, конечно. Стараемся максимально показать, на что мы способны, но, конечно же, думаю, мы возьмем этот бой и покажем зрелище, как говорится, big drama show.
Big drama, there you go. I understood that. Yeah, that's good.
He's saying he doesn't know the future, he can't see what's going to happen, but he's prepared to put on a great show, to destroy the opponent and to have fun during it.
Okay, great. And what's the future? I know you said you can't predict the future, but are we going to see more fights of him in the United States, or will he go back to Kazakhstan? How's that all working out?
Будешь оставаться здесь и драться или вернешься в Казахстан?
У меня планы оставаться здесь, показать всю красоту, откуда я родом, и в будущем вы меня увидите уже в более масштабных организациях, и весь Массачусетс будет наблюдать за мной.
He's planning on staying in the United States.
Oh, great.
And he's saying that he's going to go on to all the promotions that he can go to, and he will show himself, and he will make sure that everyone in Massachusetts knows his name.
Very cool. That's awesome to hear. And my last question, who are some of the fighters that really inspire you, that have really made you, continue this journey and make these sacrifices like moving to the U.S.?
Какие бойцы тебя вдохновляют, чтобы приехать в Америку и вообще вдохновлять на твоем пути?
Ну, конечно же, мы с малых лет росли, но здесь очень много легенд. Можно много бойцов рассказать, но мой favorite боец это Dustin Poirier.
I got Dustin Poirier there to that one. Yeah, that's
good.
That's cool.
His. He says that he can name a lot of names, but that's his favorite.
Okay, very cool. And I got to ask about Shavkat Rakhmonov's influence. Obviously, he hasn't fought in the last year, but we're hoping that he will be fighting for the title here very soon. Just how influential is Shavkat on his career, especially being from Kazakhstan?
Ты вообще чувствуешь, как на тебя влияет или давит, или наоборот вдохновляет Шавкат и помогает ли тебе знание, что он здесь тоже год уже не выступал, или наоборот?
Ну да, конечно, Шавкат для нас очень большое имя в Казахстане. Очень вдохновляет, и мы хотим равняться с ними. И мы хотим тоже, чтобы не только Шавкат, но и наше имя тоже так прозвучало в Америке.
Yes, he's saying it definitely inspires me on every step of my way, and I wish one day my name is be as popular as his name around here.
Well, I want to thank you both for doing this interview, and we're looking forward to this fight tomorrow night. Thank you so much for the time. And I didn't get your name, sorry.
My name is Medina.
Medina, very nice to meet you. And how do you pronounce his name, just so I don't butcher it here?
Biksat.
Vixet?
Irgaliv.
Bazooka.
And
Vixet.
Bazooka is his
Nickname. Yeah, I figured it.
Yes.
It'd be a pretty cool name, though, if he was named
Vixat
Bazooka.
Bazooka.
Vixat Bazooka. Okay,
Yes.
great. We'll keep an eye on him tomorrow night. Cage Titan 74. Really looking forward to it.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. There we go. We're getting a little bit of everything here on the chat here today. Cage Titan 74, and we're actually going to wrap things up because we got to go do these stare downs and all that. Thank you so much to all of you who commented, who came on to the stream here today. I say it time and time again. Thank you to Cage Titans and Spectation for having me out here. I love doing these live streams. I love talking to the fighters on the front lines. Go tune in. Spectation Sports, Cage Titan 74. I'm going to get out of here. Check out my social media at Lynch on Sports. I'll be posting highlights from the stare downs and everything else. So keep an eye out for that. For myself, for Spectation Sports, for Cage Titans, I'm James Lynch signing off here. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow for the fights. Cage Titan 74, Plymouth Memorial Hall. You don't want to miss it.